Okay, hi everyone. Today we're going to discuss the sigma notation for Maclaurin's and Taylor's polynomials. For the objective for today, we're going to express the Taylor and Maclaurin's polynomial in sigma notation. Frequently, we will want to express the Taylor polynomial formula in sigma notation. To do this, we use the notation f to the kth prime of x sub 0 to denote the nth derivative of f at x is equal to x sub 0 or the kth derivative for that purpose. And we make the convention that f to the 0 of x sub 0 denote f of x sub 0. This enable us to write the summation for k is equal to 0 to n of f to the kth prime of x sub 0 over k factorial times x minus x sub 0 raised to k is equal to f of x sub 0 plus f prime of x sub 0 times x minus x prime of 0 plus f double prime of x sub 0 over 2 factorial x minus x sub 0 squared f triple prime of x sub 0 over 3 factorial times x minus x sub 0 cube plus and so on and so forth up to the nth derivative of f at x is equal to 0 over n factorial times x minus x sub 0 raised to n. In particular, so if we're referring to Maclaurin series, so that means we're going to have x sub 0 equal to 0. So we have the summation of f raised to k prime of x sub 0 over k factorial is equal to f of 0 plus f prime of 0 of times x plus f double prime of 0 over 2 factorial times x squared plus f triple prime of 0 over 3 factorial x cubed and so on until f to the n prime at x is equal to 0 over n factorial x raised to n. Let us consider the nth Maclaurin's polynomial for 1 over 1 minus x and express it in sigma notation. So first, let's rewrite 1 over 1 minus x as an expression with negative exponent. This would simplify differentiation. So the original function f of x is equivalent to 1 minus x raised to negative 1. When we plug in x is equal to 0, so that would be equivalent to 1. When we have f prime of x, so that is the derivative, so we apply power formula. So it would be negative 1 times 1 minus x raised to negative 1 of raised to negative 2 over negative 1. So that would be 1 minus x raised to 2. 1 minus x raised to negative 2 or 1 over 1 minus x squared. So at x is equal to 0, this is equivalent to 1. For f double prime of x, so it would be 2 times 1 minus x raised to negative 3. So we're just applying power formula from the first derivative. So this would be 2 over 1 minus x raised to 3. And your f double prime of 0 is equal to 2 or equivalent to 2 factorial. For f triple prime of x, it would be equal to negative 3 times 2. So that would be negative 6 times 1 minus x raised to negative 4 times negative 1. So it would be positive 6 times 1 minus x raised to negative 4, which is now equal to 6 over 1 minus x raised to 4. So that would be f triple prime is equal to 6 over 1 minus x raised to 4, and that x is equal to 0, f triple prime of 0 is equal to 6 or 3 factorial. So we have now 1 minus x, the original function, is equivalent to 1 plus 1 factorial over 1 factorial x plus 2 factorial over 2 factorial x squared plus 3 factorial over 3 factorial x cubed up to n factorial over n factorial x raised to n. So you can observe that the n factorials are cancelled out. So this is the sum of 1 plus x squared plus x cubed plus and so on and so forth until x raised to n, which is nothing but the summation of all x raised to n's for n is equal to 0 to infinity or to n. Consider the Taylor's polynomial for 1 over x about x is equal to 1 and express it in sigma notation. So observe that we are forced to use Taylor's polynomial versus the Maclaurin's polynomial because the function is undefined at x is equal to 0. So when we use x is equal to 1, so the original function is x raised to negative 1 and its derivative is negative 1 x raised to negative 2 and then positive 2 x raised to negative 3, negative 6 x raised to negative 4 and positive 24 x raised to negative 5. So take note that we are just going to plug in x is equal to 1. So we have 1, negative 1, 2, negative 6, and 24. So that's 1, negative 1, 2, negative 6, and 24. So we have to observe the pattern regarding factorials. So this is 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, and 4 factorial, but with an alternating signs. So we know that for alternating signs, we use negative 1 raised to n. So we will now be having, so we have to divide this, our f of 1 by the corresponding function. So we can have 1 over 0 factorial, negative 1 over 1 factorial, 2 factorial over 2 factorial, 3 factorial, and so on. So we'll just be having alternating signs. So since we have alternating signs, so we have negative 1 raised to k, and then we can cancel out the n factorial over n factorial. So times x minus 1 or x minus x sub 0 equal to 1 raised to k. And we're going to evaluate this for k is equal to 1 to n. So this is the general term. These are some of the additional examples we will be discussing during our meeting.